Well, something interesting that we actually released in July of 2020 was my first web class series of how to design your own whitetail parcel. Now, I have lots of information on the YouTube channel for how to design a parcel, different features along the way, talking about from bedding areas, food plots, mock scrapes, water holes, travel corridors, and the list goes on and on. How to do it correctly, how to match it to your parcel. I try to give out as much information as I know and as I learn. Every time I'm on a client property, I'm taking notes. I have notes for future videos, and that is extensive. I went through that with Dylan the other day, just thumbing through all the different ideas I come up with and try to learn. And when I learn anything, I try to bring it to you. I try to hold no secrets back. I invite you to check out my web class series and use it to help you design your whitetail parcel. And you know, it's expensive. It's $499. We've had a lot of people purchase it, use it, and they've left us incredible reviews, great response. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you don't have to buy this, obviously. You don't even have to buy my books. I'm going to still keep putting out as many videos as possible. We're on track again this year for 208 more videos. We put out 208 last year. We put out 198 videos the year before. And so by the end of this season, I should have well over 800 videos in our library, and you get to look at those all for free. So I try to offer a ton of information. And for those people that want to take it to the next level, I have products. I mean, you can hire me to come to your property. When I go to a property, right now I charge an average of $2,600 a day, and I'm booked out always months in advance. I believe we have one opening in June. Our next opening that we have isn't even until July, and I'm going to anywhere. Last year I went to 46 client properties in March, April, and May in 2020. So I work hard, I travel a lot, we create videos a lot. I try to bring as much free information to you. But for those you want to take it to the next level, what's different about the web class, and you can go through here. This is just looking up my website, obviously www.whitetailhabitatsolutions.com. Go to the class section in this area, you'll find this. And I believe what's different about a web class is, and what's different about this than the content I share on YouTube, is this is a progressive inclusion of everything that I do when I'm on a client parcel, starting with breakfast and coffee. In fact, if you flip down here, we'll go past, we have a bunch of reviews, and there's a lot of information that you can see online here. But video number one right here is breakfast and coffee. And really, when I'm at breakfast and coffee with a client, I want to get to know the clients. I want to get to know the client's land, your property, your neighbor's property, where food's at, where food is at currently, what's worked for you for food plots in the past, what have you planted that didn't work that did, what kind of resources do you have, your goals. There's so much we can find out at breakfast. It takes an hour or two, usually a couple hours by the time we eat breakfast. This is something we cannot do it online, and I'll talk about that in a second. When we're coming through here, from introduction, breakfast and coffee, food is number two. Once you have that food source established, that's the first thing I'm doing when I look at a property, is establishing where food goes. That is the foundation of all whitetail movement. It doesn't matter if it's on private land or you're looking for it on public land. Food plot location, there's a big risk and reward. So many people put their food plots in the wrong location, and then they just spook off deer when they use it. That can destroy your whole parcel. The ultimate priority, doe bedding. Once food is established, you can establish doe bedding. And if you go on through here, through the course curriculum, and you look at the different modules and all the way through 18, I believe there's about 11 hours of footage here, then you're looking at how do you set up your stands, where do you have evening stands, morning stands. I tried to talk about all the balances that are going through my head when I'm looking at a property, and really take you through that step-by-step progression for how you can design your own parcel. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. When I get through to the end of here, we provide these 3 ebooks, are my first 3 books that I've written in 2012, 2014, 2015. These 3 books came out. We give those to you as a gift along with the purchase. We also give you a workbook. There's areas to draw your plan out in the back, area to take notes under each class and throughout the modules. And then also you get an exclusive hat, a WHS hat. I'm not even wearing the exclusive hat. I'm not exclusive enough, I guess. It says exclusive on it somewhere. I don't have that one. It's kind of like this. It says exclusive on the side, and that's yours with the purchase of the class. Now, I'm going to end with something, why I don't believe in online consultations. When I'm with a client, it takes us 2 hours just to get through the basics of what's going on in your land, your goals, and we're talking face to face. We can actually look at maps together. We can look at maps together online, but it's so different when you have that personal contact. And then also, when we're going through, we're talking about goals, lots of other things that have to do with their information that I need, but it needs to be in a conversation with you. It helps design the property going forward. And by the time we get done with breakfast and coffee, I have a pretty firm idea of where food plots should go on your land. And when we get to your land, that's where we start. So we figured out, and this is someone I've looked at over 1,000 parcels. I'll probably hit 1,100 this year in 26 different states. And so I have the experience to take it at a quick level to the point where I can draw up the plan at the end of the day. And during that, we're getting to that food portion within a couple hours, and we're starting out there. And then we're on the ground, boots on the ground. How should that food plot even be shaped within that location based on your access? Something you can't see over the phone or online. What do travel corridor locations look like? You know your own land, but this can be an entirely different look at your land. This plan will help you establish that foundation of hunting and habitat work for years to come, and we can do that in a day. I do it all the time. That's what I did out here on my land in Minnesota. We look at this. I didn't even go into the woods. I haven't even looked at probably 80% of my acreage, maybe even 90%, because we purely focused on where we could shoot bucks. Let alone, I've never walked this property like I would a client property. My client properties I've seen just in a day more than I've looked at since I purchased this property in June. So why don't I believe in online consultations? Because you don't even get to the point in an online consultation where someone should be recommending a food plot, because they don't know everything that's going on. They're not sitting face to face, let alone going from there and figuring out travel corridors, wattle holes, stand locations, bedding areas, how those bedding areas should be created with the type of habitat you have, the type of resources you have. This takes several hours to do. It's something you can't do online. I have completed online consultations in the past, and even then, a 2-hour online consultation, you have an hour of prep time, couple hours of follow-up time, the phone call turns into 3 hours, it ends up a 5-hour ordeal. I'm turning away over 2,000 clients this year to go to their site visit for a day at an average rate of $2,600. So when someone tells you they're begging for online consultations, it's say a lot about their lack of experience or experience they have. To me, it's not only not appropriate, in most cases, it's negligent. And you won't see me performing online consultations. You won't see Dylan. Dylan's flying to 3-day clients, and we have a huge demand for that. Tori's traveling to 8 or 9 states already this year, different states, all over the country to go to whitetail. So in the end, I believe, I talk about it in here, that a web class like this, where I've done this 1,000 times and more over many years, that I can take these steps that you need to design your own parcel, and it's a great compromise between an online consultation that is negligent or inappropriate or isn't effective for you, and hiring me with boots on the ground or Dylan at an average daily rate that might exceed most people's budget, and I understand that. And again, it goes back to even the $499 fee for this web class. It's something that I can understand if you don't want to pay that much. And for that, that's why I have books at $24.95, hardcover $19.95, in digital format. I have another book coming soon that's a collection of the first 4, rewritten, new diagrams, and that'll be coming out soon too. But it's a lot more value when you're looking at those 4 books. What it does do is throw out all the private land stuff. So instead of 74 chapters relating purely to private and public land, it throws out the private land specific chapters, so it gets it down to about 55 chapters, 50, somewhere around there. I forget the exact numbers. The whole point, if you want to buy this, I think it's something that can help you greatly, and we're getting a lot of great feedback since July about that. At the same time, if you don't want to buy it, guess what? I'm going to keep throwing videos out there. 208, hopefully this year we'll keep that same pace. Dylan and I have just shot, this is our 10th video over the last 2 days, and we plan to shoot about 4 more, Dylan, 6 more. And we're actually working on the next web class here this week, and we'll probably get 1 or 2 hunts in. So even on my time between visits, I was just back from 11 or 10 clients, I have another client on Thursday, And then on Monday, I leave for 8 clients in 9 days in Michigan. I always look forward to that early February Michigan trip. And we'll keep making these videos for you. They're free on YouTube. And I don't hold anything back, just so you guys know. It's not like I'm putting any secrets in these web classes, and I'm not going to tell you that. It'd be dishonest to get you to try to buy one. Instead, I'm just taking through someone in that, 11 hours, 18 videos within those steps of how I would design a whitetail property throughout the day if I was with you in person. And whether you want to buy the books at a cheaper price or just simply watch the videos, I'll keep them coming at you with everything I know and everything I take notes on. And hopefully they help you, because that's the entire reason I'm doing this. It's all for naught if I just give this information out there, or if I created web classes that people buy. And if it's not helping with your land and your hunt, then why bother? I get great feedback from you guys. I hope you enjoy the web class. I hope you enjoyed the videos this year so far. And again, I don't know how many we have down so far this year. Let's say 8 down, 200 to go, or whatever it is. And we're going to keep bringing it to you this year. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it helps you most of all. If you want to buy the web class, great. If not, I promise to keep it coming for free.